Let's go to the United States before we go back to our blokes in Brisbane here. And Caroline Shively is joining us from Fox News, and they're well, she's right there in the Capitol building. Geez, thank you very much for the chance to chat to us live from the Rotunda, where it's ridiculously early o'clock there. But it's almost a 24/7 scenario right now with the Senate. They were up until very late in the night, but the Republicans have all held strong. There's no changes to the rules. Tell us what happens in the next 24 hours.
You got it, Paul. It certainly was a late night for these senators. We rolled in at 2 a.m. local time just as the senators were wrapping up yesterday. Yesterday was all about rules and procedures, a very important day, but you're right, nothing really changed. Today is when we get into the meat of this trial. Opening arguments set to start just after lunch today. The House managers will be going at it hard. If anything was an indicator yesterday, the president's lawyers and the managers over on the House side, the Democrats, really were angry with each other. Supreme Court Justice John Roberts even saying, look, you're on the floor of the Senate. Let's calm down a little bit. We do know that President Trump was watching from Davos, Switzerland. He's there for the World Economic Forum. He should be speaking in a surprise news conference any minute now.
Now, he didn't really buy in too much to it yesterday because I think he knew that if nothing else, the rules of the trial were going to be pretty much what he expected Mitch McConnell to do. Put simply, for those of us watching in Australia, they want a process that ends sooner rather than later, if only because they think that the House proceedings were particularly flawed, but also we know that there's not going to be 20 Republicans that will vote to get rid of him. So let's get this thing over with sooner rather than later. But there seemed to be a difference in presentation styles as well of how the different cases will be made. The Democrats, well, they brought the PowerPoints with them. The Republicans didn't. I don't know if that makes for slightly better or worse TV, but what's the sense amongst those in Washington about, well, if anyone is left to be won over rather than Team Red, Team Blue, does it help to bring PowerPoint with you?
It was a really strong game. The pundits here on Capitol Hill are praising what the House managers, the Democrats, did. They had all of the details. They had those PowerPoint presentations going through everything we know about the call to Ukraine, about withholding the military aid. The House managers getting praise. However, the president's lawyers not getting as much praise. They were mainly in procedure and saying, look, this just doesn't rise to the level of impeachment. Their defense seems to be no one likes what he did. It wasn't a perfect call, like the president said, but it's not impeachable.
Caroline, I appreciate it. 6:30 in the morning where you are, 10:30 in Eastern Australia right now, so I do appreciate it. Thank you very much, Caroline. All the best to you and the team in Washington.